At last, PlayStation 5 is now here on this channel. What's up, everyone? This is Rattlehead. Right off the bat, I want to mention that this video will probably end up pretty long because I want to make sure I cover every aspect of the PlayStation 5, as well as going over the accessibility improvements that are now found for blind and low vision players. 4 years ago, I did a video of how I was disappointed in Sony on the way they handled the text-to-speech feature that they added at the time on the PlayStation 4. To this day, people are still commenting on that video, but it's obviously outdated. So, I know that there is already a great resource guide of PlayStation accessibility overview from a lot of players out there who are involved in the accessibility advocacy community. So I'm just doing this to add to that so people can have additional resources to understanding how the accessibility features work, but also just to simply give my thoughts on the changes, the upgrades, and basically just kind of go over and see, appreciate how these improvements are now making a difference. I'm already we're probably almost a week or 2 weeks now, almost a week. I can't even keep up anymore, and using the PlayStation 5, and I can confirm that it's been quite an experience. Now on the Xbox side, I didn't go over as much on the narrator. I just kind of breezed through it and kind of give minor examples, but basically what I'm covering right now, it's the same thing that you will find on the Xbox side, with the differences being that they all have their own set of features that is specifically for those platforms. But the basic idea is there. It's the accessibility has been increased extensively. So now what I'm gonna do is, first of all, let's talk about how accessibility is even activated whenever you get a PS5. Again, I know this is talked about in other platforms, but I just want to once again just repeat it in case people still have questions. So when you first get your PlayStation 5, and if you are interested in the text-to-speech feature, what you want to do is, once you have it hooked up, set up, ready to go, and you power it on, wait for a few moments. Now, I've heard wait around a minute, around 2 minutes, but I don't think there is a specific time. I think it's random. Sometimes it pops up really fast, or it does take its time. I had a friend of mine who told me that his PlayStation 5 popped up the screen reader immediately after he turned on his console. Well, not necessarily immediately, but maybe he waited a few seconds, and his console started talking to him, and since he didn't need it, of course, he just exited and continued with the setup. What I found is that yes, there's no specific time. You don't wait a 1 minute or 2 minutes and it's set, right? No, I guess it's random, I guess, because I actually tried this twice. The first time I turned it on, right, and I was really hyped, I was excited, so I actually accidentally pushed the button and there was no screen reader. It actually, once you push X, you'll basically start setting up the console without anything. So for everybody else who doesn't need this feature, it just goes in, presses X, and just they go with the setup, whatever pops up on screen. In our case, you basically turn it on and you have to wait. But again, in my experience though, I don't know about anybody else, so my experience, and according to my friend, that it seems that the time may vary. So just give it a moment. It might take 2 minutes, it might take 1 minute, it might take 30 seconds, or maybe 2.5. So the way I tested is like the first time, like I said, I messed it up. So what I did is I was able to I was able to just go ahead and turn it off again and start, turn it back on to see, maybe I pressed the button too soon. And I was like, you know what, let me time it. So I timed it. And the first time it took maybe almost like 2 minutes according to the timer, because I posted like my phone, I timed it, it was like around 2 minutes. So I waited, and I'm like, wait, it's not coming up, waiting, and finally it popped up. So then I was like, you know what, let me do this again. So I turned it off and I turned the console back on and I waited. The second time it actually took around like a minute. So that tells me that I guess it's sort of random. It's not that it's a big deal. I just don't want people to worry. Like if you don't hear it coming up right away, just give it time. Don't touch any button. Just wait, and it will eventually come up again. Whether it's like in 2 minutes, a minute, 30 seconds, whatever, but it'll pop up. Once it pops up, it'll tell you, do you wish to, something about you wish to continue with the screen reader, enabled or whatever. I'm just paraphrasing. And of course you click yes, if that's what you want, and you go on. So that way you will have the accessibility options with the screen reader right off, right off out of the box. So that's wonderful news. It's already implemented. So in this case, don't press anything. Just let it do its thing. And then it'll pop up automatically, and then you just confirm with the X button so that you want it. If you don't, you just turn it off. So that's that on the immediate accessibility. So now I want to go ahead and talk about where do we find that accessibility setting. There are two ways to find it, but the first way is once you go into the main window where we are right now.
Your game's home.
We go button. To
your media search settings button. Press
find
cross
settings.
To select settings network button. Press cross to select.
Now let me just say that this section was sort of accessible on the PlayStation 4. The problem with it, there were some sections where you clicked and it would say text-to-speech unavailable here, like in system, storage, and other sections, with the exception of network and accessibility, devices, and some other option that was in there, but it was very limited. Of course, once you click into other options like system update, for example, it would say text-to-speech unavailable here. That's no longer the case, but we'll look into that in a bit. So accessibility, right? Where is it? So I'm in the settings option, and I'm gonna scroll all the way up.
User's guide, health and safety, and other information.
And notice how it has that
Press
noise
to select.
where it lets me know that I can no longer go up anymore. I'm at the end point, right? So I'm gonna go down once.
Accessibility button.
And there it is.
Press
Accessibility.
cross to select.
So the system is telling me press cross to select. They're calling it cross, like X, like I said. So I'm gonna press
accessibility display
X
button. Press cross to select.
So right off the bat, you'll hear display, and that is targeted for those who have probably motion sickness, and then of course color blindness and any other vision situation where there may be like low vision with large print, color contrast, and all that. So let's take a look at them real quick.
Invert colors off button. Color correction button. Text size normal button. Bold text off button. High contrast off button. Auto scroll speed normal. Reduce motion off button. Press cross to display.
So yeah, there's
button.
all the options.
Press
you have
cross
reduce
to select.
motion, color contrast, all the options that I was mentioning. So they're targeting, that set of situations that people may be dealing with. Then right up below that you have
screen reader button. Enable screen reader on button. Press cross to select.
Of course, in my end, it's on, as you guys have been hearing throughout this video already. And then you have a couple of options. You have the ability to speed or slow it down. Right now, for the purpose of this video, I did kind of slow it down a little bit, but I normally have it a little faster. But you have
speech speed fast 2 button. Press cross to select.
we'll leave it there, but essentially you can click on here and then adjust it. You go in up and down to make it, you know, faster or slower, whichever setting you prefer. Most of us who use screen readers in our daily lives prefer it, you know, pretty fast because we don't want to hear all this extra information. Then below that you have the type of voice that you want to hear, male or female. Right now, of course, I have the female, but
Voice type.
just to give you a preview what it sounds
To
like.
move, press the up and down buttons. Female. Selected. Male. Not selected.
Let's see what it sounds like.
Voice type. Male. Button. Press cross to select. Speech speed. Fast 2. Voice type. Male. To move, female.
Voice type. Female. Button. Press cross to select.
There we go. So again, personal preference, right? Everybody has their own settings. So this is
Voice volume. 58%.
and you can adjust the volume.
Button. Press cross to select.
Now, one thing that we'll touch right off the bat that it does bug me a little bit, but this is just personal preference. Again, like I said, I was going to mention my thoughts. I don't like the fact that it audio ducks. I don't think that's a necessary feature. I think it disrupts the flow of the game. That's an issue I also have with the Xbox narrator. You know, it auto ducks, like audio ducks in the middle of a game, like a game session. Like, you know, I'm in this like hype level set, and I'm doing a combo, and all of a sudden, you know, a notification pops up, and the narrator takes over the whole system, and you know, audio ducks the game when I'm in the middle of a combo or like a setup or whatever in a competitive setting, and that pretty much disrupts everything for me. Some people prefer it, which is again personal preference. Everybody has different opinions. No problem. People need to learn how to deal with people's different opinions, and that's fine. I don't like it, and I think that should give us an option where we can toggle that off, so that way we don't have to, you know, get disrupted by a text-to-speech message. Luckily, when we get notifications and you're in the middle of the gameplay on PlayStation, that doesn't happen. We just hear the noise and that's it. It doesn't read it out loud. So that you can go yourself manually go read it. So I love that. That's better than the Xbox, where you're in the middle of a gameplay session and you get a notification and it reads it in the middle of a gameplay session. You know, maybe like a really hype moment. So, but that, yeah, so they can give us an option, that'll be wonderful. But again, this is just really nitpicking at this point, you know, because I mean the accessibility options are extremely wonderful. So okay, but we got that. The volume. Let's get out of here.
Screen reader. Button. Controllers. Button. Press cross to select.
So the controller has new features. The DualSense comes with haptic feedback, which is, you know, the vibration, and then triggers, you know, for like depending on the games. So these are just some like new features that the controller has. And of course now they do have you know, custom button layouts where you can make it maybe a little easier for somebody who has like issues with their hands, you know, any kind of impairment that they have with their hands. So that helps them too. So that's great, you know, that's on the controller section, and it's accessible. Like the screen reader will read it to us.
Custom button assignments. Button. Vibration intensity. Strong. Trigger effect intensity. Strong. Press and hold delay. Normal. Button. Press.
See, so that's wonderful. You know, it has that option as well.
Closed captions. Button.
Then of course, most likely this is for the deaf of hard of hearing. Closed captions.
Display closed captions. Off. Closed caption settings. Disabled. Unselected.
So that's the option for that. And then
chat transcription.
Chat transcription.
Press cross to select.
So if a game supports it, basically if somebody sends like an in-game chat, it will read it back to you. And what I noticed is that it comes with like 2 different voices. So right now, let's see.
Chat of other players in parties and games to text, and read aloud the text you enter to other players. Chat transcription for in-game voice chats is available only for games that support it.
Exactly.
Enable chat transcription. On.
Right, so it's on. But look at this.
Language. Default English, United States.
All right.
Button. Voice type. Female. Button. Press cross to select.
So let's test it out. Let's see.
This is a preview of the voice type used to read aloud the text you enter during voice chats.
This is a preview of the voice type used to read aloud the text you enter during voice chats.
So that's cool. You know, it comes with different voices. So that's a nice little touch.
This is a
Convert the voice chat of other players in parties and games. Learn more. Button. Press cross.
So that's just to give it more. We click on learn more just to like understand more about it. But essentially, it comes down to that. It just reads the text whenever somebody types a message in game chat. So that's good.
Chat transcription. Settings. Network. Button. Press cross to select.
Now that we took a brief overview of the accessibility options in the console, let's go back to what I mentioned before about the text-to-speech unavailable here on PlayStation 4. Oh, side note. This feature and all of these features that we're discussing now are available worldwide. I know that people in the comment section of the video that I posted 4 years ago on that PlayStation 4 accessibility overview, they were mentioning how a lot of these videos don't mention that, and that's true. I will be the first one to acknowledge that, and that I completely like overlooked that information tip. And in this case, I want to correct that and say that it has been confirmed that all of this is actually available worldwide. So it's not, attached to like a region or anything. Again, I know that's probably been said already, but I just want to make sure that I add to that as well, just to confirm that it's confirmed that it's available worldwide. So now let's get back to what I was saying about text-to-speech unavailable here. So now, as a screen reader user, everything now on the PlayStation 5 is accessible, and I'm just gonna briefly show you guys. I'm not gonna go through every little single button and option, because it pretty much, and you can be confident that everything, like, it will be read to you, and it'll tell you what buttons to push and how to go about navigating the option or the system. So
Users and accounts. Button. Press cross to select.
users and accounts. So here is where
Users and accounts.
manage your account settings.
Account. Button. Privacy. Button. Link with other services. Button. Other. Button. Login settings. Button. Users. Button. Press cross to select.
So there you go. This is where you manage all of your content, like account settings, whether it's your name, your privacy settings. You can link your accounts, and you can set them up to, if you want to stream, which we'll get into that a little later. If you want to link your account to Twitch or YouTube, you can actually link them up on this setting. So this is this. I don't remember if this was a section that was read by the PlayStation or not. Excuse me, or not, but that's basically accessible. So if I go to
login settings, other, link with other
services,
Spotify. Button.
I don't use Spotify in my system because why? I don't need that.
Twitch.
I'm not into that.
Linked. Button. Press cross to select.
So I linked my Twitch. So in the process, it's accessible as well. I can confirm. Basically, if it's not linked, you click on it and it'll tell you to either go to the specific link that you type on your web browser, and then you type the code that the PlayStation generates, and then you follow the activation process or allow app on on the website. So you can do that, or you can scan it on your phone. Like, you can take your phone and scan it, but it's that one was a challenge for me, so I just did the website option. So, but it's accessible. You can admit you just want to be able to remember the code when it reads the code back to you on the PlayStation. And same thing with YouTube. You go there, you log in and all that stuff, and just follow the instructions. It's accessible. Same thing with Twitter.
Linked. Button. Press cross to select.
My Twitter is linked. Now this is going to be important for another section that we're going to look into, like captures and broadcast. So this is accessible.
YouTube. Button. Press cross to select.
Definitely accessible. I haven't linked that yet, but I'm gonna be linking that later on. So yeah, this is accessible. Now,
link with other services.
If we look at
settings, users and accounts.
Another option that was
Button.
definitely not accessible on the PlayStation 4
family and parental
is
controls.
This is accessible,
Button.
by the way, just to show you guys.
Family and parental controls. There are no users who you can set parental control. Family management. Button.
And of course, you click on it,
Press
and it'll
cross to select.
follow the instructions, and it'll just take you through, and it reads everything.
Set system. Button. Press cross to select. System. Button. System software. Button. Press cross to select.
So here you have, in the system section, you have all these different options,
HDMI. Language.
and they're all accessible.
Date and time. Remote play. But power saving. Button.
Just to prove
Press
it to you.
Set time until PS5 enters rest mode. Button. Press cross to select.
So you can set that up. You click
Set
on
how
it
long
and
your
just
PS5
follow
can
the
stay
instructions.
inactive. Features available in rest mode. Button.
It reads it to
Set
you as
time
well.
until controllers turn off. Don't turn off. Button. Press cross. Power
Stuff
saving.
like that.
Button.
Okay.
Remote play. Date and time.
Let's go to
Button.
systems.
System software. Console information. But system software update and settings. Button. Press cross to select.
So I want to click here, right? Back then it used to say text-to-speech unavailable here, but watch this.
System software update and settings. Update system software. System software update. Update using internet. Button.
Back then
Press
it didn't even
cross to
say
select.
that. Now it's telling me to use the internet, but of course I have the latest update right now, but let's just check just in case.
System software update. You have the latest version of the system software. Okay. System
Awesome. So
software
we got
update
that.
and settings.
We're good.
Update system software. Button.
So,
Press cross to select.
you know, of course the menus have kind of been rearranged slightly on their system.
System
Is where you
console
have
information.
console information,
System software.
software,
Report system software.
update
Errors,
systems,
automatic. Error history.
error history.
Data transfer.
This is where you would
Button.
transfer your data from
Press cross
PlayStation
to
4 to
select.
PlayStation 5. It'll tell you the options.
Backup and restore.
It's obviously
Button.
back on restore.
Press cross to select.
It'll be accessible.
Reset options. Button. Press cross to select.
You can reset everything. So yeah, so they kind of rearranged some of the menus. They're not the
System
same as on
software.
PS4, slightly, but I
Button.
mean, generally
Settings.
speaking, they're all there.
Family. System. Storage. Button.
Back then, this was not
Press cross-
accessible either.
Storage. Console storage. Size 600. Extended storage. Button. Press cross to select.
So you will go here if you want to know, like, you know, when you install like an external hard drive. I know there's some issues with that right now, so just, you know, do that at your own precaution. I'm not doing that yet until it's confirmed that we can fully utilize external hard drives without any issues. Let's see. So let's look at my data right now.
Console storage. Button. Press cross to select. Extended consoles, games and apps. 392.7 gigabytes. Media gallery. 0 kilobytes. Saved data. 1.70 gigabytes. Other. 54.29 gigabytes. Button. Press cross to select.
There we go.
Console
So yeah, you can read
settings.
everything now.
Storage. Sound.
Of
Button.
course, your sound,
Press
same
cross
thing,
to screen and video.
same thing,
Accessories.
same
Button.
thing. This is you can manage your
Accessories.
YouTube devices,
General.
your controllers,
Media remote. Keyboard. Mouse. Camera.
your
Button.
camera. I don't have
Press
none of
cross to
those,
select.
so you don't have to worry about that.
Settings.
Um,
Accessories. Button.
but if you
Press
do
cross to
stream,
select.
this is where you will manage that. Okay. So
Save data and game notifications. Button. Press cross to select.
there we go.
Captures and broadcasts. Button. Press cross to select.
No longer having to deal with text-to-speech unavailable here. Everywhere you click now is accessible. And again, like I mentioned before, this is all found like on the Xbox narrator with their version, like with their UI and everything. It's all accessible as well. So now, in saying that, another side note, I want to mention at the very beginning, I was talking about setting up the like your PlayStation for the first time. You will come across sections that will say actually text-to-speech unavailable here, but that's only when you want to like do the two-step identification. You know, like how you have to verify your account, two-step verification. It will tell you like that it's not available here, and if you can set that later, it'll tell you go to the website or click on set that to later, so that way it'll skip that option and you can continue setting up your PlayStation 5. There is another option that does say text-to-speech unavailable here, but same thing. Otherwise, the rest of the setup is completely accessible, but I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so
Settings. Button. Press cross to select.
the other major area that I want to
Verify.
talk about is the store, the PlayStation Store. But before we get to that, I just want to give you guys a quick overview on how the dashboard looks now, what it feels like when you navigate it. Of course, people who are visual, they just see it and it looks like it's pretty linear. It's straightforward, and I like it. This is one thing I do like about PlayStation. It's like straightforward. They have like the needed icons, and you click on them, and then they have their submenus. So one of the cool things that they did is
Sir, your game's home.
you have
Button.
5 options at the
Press
top
cross to select.
from left to right.
1 of 5. Your media. Your game. Your media. Search. Settings. Carlos Vasquez's
profile.
Settings.
So
Button.
5
Press cross
options.
to select. 4 of 5.
Below that,
Your game's home.
if I go down,
PlayStation Store. Home for Carlos Vasquez.
the next row,
Button.
it begins on the left
Press
side
cross to
with
select.
select.
11.
You go to then you
L1
have
WR1
explore.
Home for Carlos Vasquez.
And then what's cool about
Button.
this next thing that's
Press
about to
cross
happen
to
right now,
select.
when I browse
2 of
through each
11.
game,
L1
now
button or R1
keep in
button
mind that it's
switch
gonna
homes.
audio duck, but
Options button options.
when
For more
I
content,
browse
press the
through
down
each
button.
game, it will play automatically the main menu music of that game. You know, to also kind of give that little touch. It's a nice little touch because you have the main PlayStation music, which is awesome. I like it. I think it sounds really, really awesome. But when you browse through each game on the PlayStation 4, if you want to get into that game, you go down and you hear the main menu music, and of course other options that were not read by the narrator or the text to speech. But now, if I browse in, like with these games, watch what happens.
Mortal Kombat 11. Home for Carlos
And
Vasquez.
listen.
Button. Press cross to select. 3 of 11.
It's audio ducking right
L1
now.
button or R1 button switch homes.
But once the narrator
Options
stops,
button options. For more content, press the down button.
yeah. So then the next game,
Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. Home for Carlos Vasquez. Button. Press cross to select. 4 of 11.
I'm gonna do an attempt
L1
at this
button or R1
game
button
with
switch
the
homes. Options button options.
accessibility
content,
features that
press
were
the down
added.
button.
I might not go really far, but we can at least give it a try. So there it is. There's the music for that game.
Maiden. Home for Carlos Vasquez. Button.
So they
Press
just
cross to
downloaded
select.
this game.
5 of 11.
I just downloaded
L1
this
button
game
or
that
R1
just
button
came out.
switch
It's
homes.
the
Options
Resident
button
Evil Village
options.
demo.
For more
It's
content,
called Maiden.
press the down button.
There's the music.
Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Home for Carlos Vasquez.
For
Button.
some reason, it's not playing
Press cross to select.
the
6 of 11.
music on this one.
L1 button or R. Media Gallery. The Last of Us Part 2. Home for Carlos Vasquez. Button. Press cross to select. 8
And of course,
11.
I got The Last of Us
L1
Part 2,
button or R1 button
which
switch
is
homes.
the most
Options button
accessible
options.
game
For more
available
content, press the down button.
ever. So nice little touch.
Mortal Kombat XL. Home for Carlos Vasquez. Button. Astro's Playroom. Home for Carlos Vasquez.
Of course, the
Button.
pre-installed game
Press
that
cross to
comes with your
select.
PS5,
10 of 11.
Astro's
L1
Playroom.
button or R1 button switch
Obviously, I
homes.
haven't even tried it because I
Options
heard
button
it's not
options.
accessible. But I
For
mean,
more
I'll probably
content,
just
press the down button.
push buttons and see what happens. But I haven't tried it.
Game Library. Home for Carlos
And your game library.
Vasquez.
If you click here,
Button.
you'll just
Press
see
cross to select.
your games
11
that
of
you
11.
own under your
L1 button or
account.
R1 button switch homes.
So
Options button options.
that's an option.
For
So
more
it's
content,
wonderful.
press the down button.
So I want to go back to the games real quick because I want to show you guys something that they did. Again, this is something that again other players have shown already, but I just want to have that on my channel. So if you're in a game,
PlayStation
which let's say I
Store.
play MK11 the
Home for
most,
Mortal Kombat 11. Home for Carlos
if I go
Vasquez.
down,
Button.
the
Press
game will
cross to select.
the text to speech will
3
tell
of
you as
11.
well. For more content,
L1
press
button or
down,
R1 button
right?
switch homes.
So here you
Options.
have
Play. Button.
play.
Press cross to select.
So of course
R3 button.
that would allow you to play. But there are also like rows as well. Like I'm gonna go to the right.
More options. Button. Progress. 41%.
It tells you my
Earned.
progress.
24 out of 59. Button. Press cross to select. R3 button. Health/rating/privacy/terms.
If I click on options though, it
Button.
says more options.
To move, press the up and down buttons. View product. Button.
It'll take me.
Press
If I
cross to
click on view product, it'll take me to the store.
Unfollow. Button. Press
I
cross
can.
to select.
I'm following. So it says unfollow. Right. I'm following the game.
PS5 full Mortal Kombat 11.
Right
Button.
here, guys.
Press cross
This
to
is
select.
where you can switch the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 version. I'm using right now the PlayStation 4 version because of friends that are still on PS4.
PS4 full Mortal Kombat 11 online beta. Button.
I have the beta for some
Press
reason.
cross. Health/rating/PS5 full. Unfollow. PS5 full Mortal Kombat 11. Button. Press cross to select. PS4 full Mortal Kombat 11 online beta. Health/rating/privacy. PS5 full Mortal. More op. Play. Button. Press
Oops,
cross to
I
select.
switched it to the PS5
R3.
version. So let's not do that.
Control center for Carlos Vasquez. Mortal Kombat 11. To move. Closing this.
Let's
Mortal
do this.
Kombat. Play. More options. To move, press unfollow. PS4 full Mortal Kombat 11. Button. Press cross to select. More.
There we
Play.
go. Now I have the
Button.
PlayStation
Press
4.
cross to
I messed it up. So it
R3
shows
button,
if you want to switch to the PS4, PS5
terms.
version, you go there.
More options.
So
Play.
right below that,
Button.
we go down.
Activities. Bronze trophy. Deadly encounter.
This is where you go.
Perform 15 different fatalities. Button.
through all of
Press
your
cross to
trophies
select.
that you can earn on this
Arcade
game.
button, held /
It even
rotate /
tells you
privacy
what to
/
do
terms.
and what the reward is.
Bronze trophy. No bad boy. Perform 2 different fatalities with Liu Kang. Button. Bronze trophy. Have we met? Equip 5 different character intros. Button. Bronze trophy. Tower champion. Complete 125 towers. Button. Press cross to select. Bronze trophy. Murder. Perform 30 different fatalities. Button. Press cross to select.
See, it goes to up.
Bronze
Then you
trophy.
go below that.
Deadly encounter.
On this one,
Perform
I'm going
15
from left to
different
right. Every time I go down, I start
Button.
going from left to right. I'm gonna
Press
go down again.
Trending broadcasts. Combat League Mortal Kombat.
So this is
100
cool. It
semi-games.
actually shows you
Zap,
who's
crack,
streaming the game,
39
like whether on
watching.
YouTube or
YouTube.
Twitch. But
Video.
keep in mind that
Button.
it's only showing
Press cross to
people who
select.
stream directly from their
Archery button,
console,
held
so
/
either
rating /
PS4 or
privacy /
PS5,
terms. Lumain does 1 2 3.
So these are
That's
people
1. Quick set stream.
who are streaming the
King
game.
Tisa. 7 watching. Twitch.
See, it even
Video.
tells you if it's on Twitch or
Button.
YouTube.
Mortal Kombat Combat League sets. Dat 1 Dudenas.
So that's
Two
awesome.
Combat
I'm
League
gonna go
Mortal
down
Kombat 1
once
hyphen semi
again
chaos.
after I went to the
Zap,
left to
crack,
right.
Classic MK movie skin pack.
This is where you have all
Purchase.
the content available
Character.
for the game,
Button.
whether it's costumes,
Mylena.
characters,
Purchased. Mortal Kombat 11 Combat Pack 2.
or expansions.
Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Add-on Bundle. Rain. Purchased. Rambo. Purchased. All Hallows Eve Skin Pack. Classic Femme Fatale Pack. Summer Heat Skin Pack. View All. Add-ons.
And I can click
Button.
here view all,
Press
and it'll
cross to
show me
select.
everything that's in this game.
Mortal Kombat
We're not gonna go
11
through all of
add-ons.
it,
Classic MK movie skin pack.
but it's
Rain. Rambo. Rain.
just everything
Summer
that's in this
Eternal-
game.
1000 DCL Zero. Classic Cassie. Installed. Double feature skin pack. Installed.
See, it goes
Add-ons.
through everything. So anyway, I went back out.
All
So now,
Classic MK movie skin pack. Purchased.
and that's it.
Character.
There's a noise.
Button. Press cross to
That's it.
select.
That's the thing
Archery
about
button,
these
held
menus
/
is
rating
that
/
they
privacy
are,
/ terms.
you know, from left to right. Then you go down to the main section of the other one, and you start browsing left to right, and then you have a beginning and an end. So that's I love how the PlayStation does that. Okay. So that's it about how they show the games.
Mortal Kombat 11. PlayStation Store.
Now I want to
One
talk
of
about
Carlos
the
Vasquez.
PlayStation Store
Button.
real quick.
Press cross
So
to
the
select.
PlayStation Store,
1 of 11. R1
um,
button or R1 button switch home.
same thing. You can either
Options,
press
button options.
X
For more content,
or
press
cross.
the down button.
or you can go down, like it said. It just said right now. Go down, and it'll take you to the store. So I'm gonna press down just to, because you can press X or down, doesn't matter.
Must see. To move, press the up, down, left, and right buttons.
On PlayStation 4, this thing used to be its own app.
Button.
It actually loaded
cross
and
to
everything,
select.
and then, like, of
Triangle
course,
button,
we will hear
utilities.
the dreaded
L1
message,
button or R1
text-to-speech
button, switch
unavailable
tabs.
here. Now, that's no longer the case. I'm in the store, and I'm in the section where it says
Must see.
must
To
see.
move, press the
So
up, down,
basically,
left, and
anything
right
that,
buttons.
like, any, like, hot
Image.
games or, like,
Button.
that have really, you know,
Press cross to select.
that are really, really
Triangle
popular.
button, utilities. L1 button or R1
Now, one
button,
thing to
switch
note
tabs.
is that when you browse and the screen reader finds an image, we will encounter that same thing that most screen reader users are familiar with when you don't have any type of description enabled, where it just says image, right? So like this.
Image. Button. Image. Button. Image. Sponsored. Button. Image. Button. Press cross to select.
Right? Yeah.
Triangle button. Utilities.
So-
L1 button or R1 button. Switch tabs.
So we're very familiar. So there are 4 tabs in here, actually, if I'm not mistaken. So correct me if I'm wrong. Again, this is why I make these videos.
Image.
Um,
Button. Featured collections. To move.
So
press
these are
the
just
up, down,
more
left,
games,
and right
featured
buttons.
collections.
Curated by PlayStation. To move, press the up, down,
whatever
left, and right
PlayStation
buttons.
recommends. This is where
Image.
we can find.
Button.
I know
Press
there's
cross
like
to
a
select.
PlayStation Plus
Triangle
collection,
button,
like greatest
utilities.
hits.
L1 button or coming soon. To move, press
course,
the
you
up,
know,
down,
coming soon.
left, editorial feature. The PS Plus collection. To move,
There
press
it
the
is.
up, down, left, and right buttons. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. God of War. Mortal Kombat 10. PlayStation Plus. Included. PS4. Button. Press cross to select. Triangle button, utilities. L1 button or R1 button, switch tabs.
So same thing here. The layout feels the same like on the games when you go down and start looking at the content. Once you find the first topic, then you can start going from left to right. Like where it said PlayStation Plus collection. Once I found that after going down, then I just started going left to right to hear what games are in there. So now if I go
Crash
up,
Bandicoot editorial feature.
editorial
To
feature,
move, press the up,
I'll just
down,
go to the left and to the right.
buttons. Explore now. Button.
Okay, there's nothing
Press
here,
cross
so
to
I
select.
have to press X in order
Triangle
to find
button,
out what else
utilities.
is available.
Coming soon.
Coming soon,
To
let's
move,
see.
Gran Turismo 7.
Oh, so these are
Just announced. Button. Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. Just announced. Final Fantasy 16. Just announced. Button.
awesome. There you go.
Press
So
cross
yeah,
to
it's
select.
reading everything that's available here
Horizon
too.
Forbidden West.
And
Just
I'm gonna press
Button.
the tab. Oh, by
Press
the way,
cross to select. Triangle button. Utilities. L1 button or R1 button. Switch tabs.
I was gonna say that L1 or R1 to switch tabs. So if you want to go to the next tab, I'm gonna press R1 since I'm going to the right.
Welcome to PlayStation Plus. To move, press the up, down, left, and right buttons.
And
Image.
of course, this is your
Button.
overview
Press
of
cross to
the
select. Triangle button.
you know, like your
Utilities.
PlayStation Plus,
L1
like
button or
PlayStation
R1 button.
Plus
Switch. Image.
content,
Image.
more image.
EA Play. To move, press View Games. Learn more. Button. PS Plus monthly games. To move, press
I'm
the
browsing
up,
down right
left,
now,
and right
just going
buttons.
down. So I'm reading just
Shadow
the,
of the
the
Tomb
general
Raider.
titles.
PS Plus exclusive discounts. EA Play early access trials. Must see on PS Now. To move, press the up, down. Horizon Zero Dawn complete edition.
These are the games that are available on PlayStation
$19.99.
now. I'm just going to the
Wreckfest.
right.
Injustice 2. The Crew 2. WWE 2K19.
That's if you have PlayStation now. I
Hello
don't.
Neighbor.
So
Friday the 3rd. Stranded Deep.
okay.
$19.
So now I'm gonna press tab one more time.
All games. To move, press the up, down, left, and right buttons. Greedfall.
This is where you
PlayStation
can
Plus.
view all
Including
games available on the PS5. It
PS4.
seems like.
Button. Press
and
cross to
everything.
select. Triangle button. Utilities.
So this is if you want to
L1
browse the
button or R1
store.
button. Switch
However,
tabs.
there's this little neat shortcut that I like. So we're in the final tab, I think. Yes, we are, because I'm pressing R1 and it's no longer moving. So, but there's this thing that you can do. You have two options. You can either go up, and you'll hear these options once you go up. The first thing you'll hear is browse.
Browse. Press the down button for more items.
Then you go to the right,
Triangle button. Search. Button.
search,
Wish list.
your wish
Button.
list where you can add
Press
like
cross to
games
select.
that you want.
Cart. Button.
When you
Press
when you
cross to
add
select.
like something you're about to
Triangle
purchase to
button.
review.
More. Button.
Then there's more,
Press cross to select.
more button.
Triangle button. Utilities.
However, you could be anywhere,
Latest.
anywhere
Press
in
what's
the
hot.
store. Let's see. I'm gonna
Move,
go back
press
to the
up,
beginning.
down, left, and right buttons. Pre-orders. What's hot? Featured collections. To move, press the up, down, left. Collection. Featured collections. PlayStation Store.
Okay, let's see.
Featured
I'm at the
collections.
beginning, right?
To move, press the up, down, left, and right buttons.
If I'm here at the
Image.
very first screen, if I
Button.
go up,
Collections. Press the down button for more items.
see it says
Triangle
collections,
button. Utilities. PlayStation Store.
and actually
Home for Carlos
it took me
Vasquez.
out and I'm back. But
Featured collections.
if I want to get to
move,
the
press the up,
search
down,
button
left, and
or
right
wish
buttons.
list or cart or the more button,
Image.
it actually
Button.
says it.
Press cross to
it says
select. Triangle.
Triangle
Button.
utilities.
L1
So I want to
button or
press
R1 button.
triangle.
Search. Button. Press cross to select. Triangle button.
So the search
Utilities.
button came up.
L1
It's the
button or
first
R1
one. So
button.
here,
Switch
if you
tabs.
press search, this is where you can search games, add-ons, or apps that you want to download. So you click here,
Search for games and add-ons.
and I'm
Input
happy to
field.
report
Press the cross
that
button to select.
the keyboard
On-screen keyboard.
is accessible
capital.
everywhere. Everywhere. So no matter what, it's accessible everywhere now.
B capital.
And of course, you know, you start typing.
cap-
I'm just
G
browsing to the
capital.
letters right now.
Close keyboard. Search for games. Button.
And your wish
Wish
list.
list.
Oh,
Search.
another thing I forgot to
Button.
mention.
Search for
On the
games and
keyboard,
add-ons.
I almost forgot.
Input
You can
field.
dictate.
Button. Press cross to select.
It's not telling me right now, but there is a button where you can dictate.
Speak into the microphone. Close keyboard.
There you go. Speak into your
Search.
microphone. I canceled it because
Button.
I'm not searching for
Press
anything.
cross to select. Collections. Subscriptions. Search. Button.
So there you go.
Press cross. Wish list.
Then you have wishes, of
Cart.
course, your cart. On
Button.
more though, I want to focus
Press
on more. Because on more
To move, press the up and down buttons. Carlos Vasquez.
is where you have
Online. PS Plus member. Redeem code.
redeem code,
Button. Subscriptions.
manage your
Button.
subscriptions.
Transaction history.
You manage,
Button.
you
Press cross to select.
you know, look at your purchase history and all that.
Purchase settings. Button.
You can manage your
Press
settings.
personalization settings. Rating / health / privacy / terms. Button.
You can adjust
Press
all of that
cross to
stuff
select.
here.
Transaction.
So if I wanna,
subscriptions.
you know,
redeem code.
redeem code, I just click here.
Redeem codes. Redeem your voucher code here. To use a 10-character discount code, add one or more items to your cart and enter your discount code at checkout.
And of course, if I want to get a, you know, type of code
On-screen keyboard.
on screen keyboard.
G. Close keyboard.
So yeah, you can do
Redeem
that
codes.
independently now. It's awesome.
More. Button. Press cross to select. PlayStation Store. Home for Carlos
Great.
Vasquez.
Now,
Button.
another
Press
thing
cross to
I
select.
want to
1 of 11.
showcase
L1 button or R1 button switch
real
homes.
quick, since you
Options
know
button
we're on the
options.
main menu, right?
For
We're
more
talking
content,
about
press the down button.
like games and how they when you scroll from if you're in this menu. If you go down, if you go like to this area
Explore.
here, not go down, you go
Home
to the
for
right.
PlayStation Store. Explore.
Where it says
Home
explore.
for Carlos Vasquez. Button.
Again, you can press X
cross
here,
to select.
or you can go
2 of
down.
11. L1 button.
If I go
R1
down,
Official news. To move, press the up, down, left.
it
and
says
right
official
buttons.
news. I'm gonna start
To move to
browsing
different
left to
sections,
right, and
press
it's
the up
gonna
and
go
down
over the
buttons.
current news that just
Official
came
news
out
from
on PlayStation.
Official news from PlayStation. Yesterday. The critics have spoken. Check out the Hitman. Official news from PlayStation. Wednesday. Agent 47's next adventure. Official news from PlayStation. Tuesday. Reminder, digital showcase. Horror fans, tune into the Resident Evil Showcase stream.
Oh,
on
this is
January
outdated, obviously.
21st at 2 p.m. Official news from PlayStation. Yesterday. Catch up on the showcase. Watch the full Resident Evil Village Showcase stream for more gameplay details on Resident Evil Village and a first look at Resident Evil Re-verse. To play the video for this story, press the cross button.
It even tells you I can watch this video if I just press the X button or cross, whatever. So since I'm in the explore section, if I arrow down again, you'll basically see broadcasts of any games that you follow specifically. So any game that you have installed, it's I guess kind of assume that you follow them. So it'll tell you who's broadcasting what game. It's like how we saw in MK11 you on the extra content, the options before you actually play the game. We noticed how they were telling us, hey, this person's streaming this game right now. Well, in this part, it actually shows you people that are streaming the games that you have installed in your console. So I'm gonna go down.
Official news from PlayStation. Mortal Kombat 11. Explore.
Let me see.
Official news. To move, press the up, down.
Somebody streaming
left,
right
and
now? What's
button.
going on?
Official news from Official news from PlayStation. Yesterday. Explore. Mortal Kombat. PlayStation. Must see. What's hot. To move. Latest. Your game's home. PlayStation Store. Explore. Home for car. Official news. Official news from Official news from
Somebody streaming right now, or what's going on? Because it
Official news
should
from
show.
Mortal Kombat
I mean, this
11.
is not edited, guys.
for
This is
Carlo-
like
Explore.
in real time.
Home for Carlos
Let's
Vasquez.
see.
Official news. To move, press the up, down, left. Explore.
Well, normally
for
you will
Carlos
see, if I
Vasquez.
go down further
Button.
down, you'll see like
Press
people
cross to
streaming the
select.
game.
2 of 11. Explore. Home for Carlos Vasquez. Button. Official news. To move, press the up, down, left, and
Let me
right
make sure
buttons.
I'm on connected online.
Controls. Accessibility. Controls. Game base. 4 of 11. Controls. Sound.
I will talk
Controls.
about this actually.
Accessories. Controls. Profile. Carlos Vasquez. PS Plus member. Online status. Online. Button.
Yep, I'm online.
Official
Okay,
news.
I thought my
To
internet
move,
went
press
down.
the up, down, left, and right. Explore. Your game's home. Search. Settings. Your games. Explore.
Explore.
Play. Official news. To move, press the up, down, left.
I guess
and
somebody's
right
streaming
buttons.
right now, but
To
basically
move to different
you will be
sections,
able to
press the up and down
stream.
buttons. Official
You
news
see
from
what like
PlayStation.
anybody who's streaming,
Yesterday.
and unfortunately
Catch up on
you
the
cannot
showcase.
comment.
Watch the full Resident Evil
When you
Village
click on the
showcase stream
videos,
for
it
more
just
gameplay
shows you the
details on Resident
gameplay,
Evil Village and the first look at Resident Evil
and it wants you
Your
to
game's home.
you know to go into the
Press
Twitch
cross to
app
select.
to
Modify.
actually start chatting if you want. So
Your media. Your game's home.
I don't know
Your
why.
me-
Yeah, it's
Explore.
not showing.
Home. Mortal Kombat 11.
Let's see if people are streaming right now.
Play.
MK11.
Activities. Trending broadcasts. Combat League. Quick set stream. Combat
Yeah,
League
people are
Mortal
streaming.
Mortal Kombat
This
11.
game?
Marvel
Are
Spider-Man.
they streaming Marvel Spider-Man? Anybody?
Activities. Official news. Trending broadcasts. Marvel Spider-Man. Cream Reaper 747. 13 watching.
Yeah, people are streaming it.
Explore.
So
Home
it's
for
not
Carlo-
showing here, but
Mortal
it
Kombat
usually
11.
does though.
Explore.
That's something you can count
Official
on.
news.
When you go to the
To
official
move, press
news,
the up, down, left, and right buttons. To move to different sections, press the up and down buttons. Official news from PlayStation. Official news from PlayStation. Official news.
yep, because I was able to go
Official
to
news from
broadcasts
PlayStation.
of the
Yes.
game of each game.
Explore. Home for Carlos
Interesting.
Vasquez. Your game's home. Button. Your me. Search.
All right, cool.
Button.
Anyway,
Press
with
cross
that
to
said,
select. 3 of 5.
um,
Carlos Vasquez's profile.
I want to go focus now on
Press
this
cross
other
to
thing.
select.
One of the things that
5
we
of
always
5.
had, kind of not necessarily an
Settings.
issue,
Button.
but like it's a
Press cross to
barrier.
select.
Well, it is an issue.
4 of 5.
Is being able to add, or add friends or look for somebody, and we used to actually use the PlayStation app, to do that. But now you don't have to do that anymore. If I go to search,
Search.
at the main
Button.
window. We're back at the
Press
very top
your
of
games
the
home.
main
Button. Press cross to select.
menu where it
1 of
says
5. Your media your media home. Search.
search, right?
Button.
Next to settings.
Search.
I'm gonna click here.
Search for games, movies, TV shows, players, and apps. Input field. Press the cross button to select.
Now I will tell you this. So right here, this is what you can do. You can search pretty much anything. It literally like spelled it out for you. You can just like search games, movies, apps, or players. If you type here like a player, for example, it would only show you like I've noticed like it only shows me like games that have like words related to that. So it does it. You basically have to specify, and in order for you to do that is once you click here, you go up.
All. Press the down
The
button
first
for more
option
items.
is all. Then you have
Games. Press the down button for more items.
right. Okay, so if I highlight games, I'm gonna go down.
Search for games and add-ons. Input field. Press the cross button to select.
Now it's only going to focus on games and add-ons. Like so, you specifically gonna be searching for that, right? So I'm gonna go up again,
Games.
and I'm gonna go to the
Press
right.
media. Press the down button for more items.
Now go down.
Search for TV shows, movies, and media apps. Input field. Press the cross button to select.
So you filter again, where if you type your search here, you're specifically looking for that, right? Movies, TV shows, or apps. So okay. Now if you want to search for players, you go up again.
Media. Players. Press
There
the
it
down
is.
button for more
And I'm gonna
items.
go down.
Search all PlayStation Network players. Input field. Press the cross button to select.
So yeah, I found out if you use it like this, it actually helps you to better search for players if that's what you're looking for. If you're searching for games, highlight the game section. For media, highlight the media section, and then you click enter. Like let's say I'm searching for a player, so I click here,
On-screen keyboard.
and the keyboard is
G.
up again, and you can start
H.
typing whoever. So
Close keyboard.
yeah.
Search
So
all
that's
PlayStation Network
that's how
players.
you do it. It's
Input field.
accessible. You don't have to
Press
no
the
longer
cross
do it on
button to
the
select.
app. It's there now.
Search. Settings. Button. Press cross to
Okay.
select.
So
4 of 5.
and of course, another section too that you can manage. This is just like a little just to showcase furthermore is
Carlos
your
Vasquez's
profile. I can look at
profile.
my profile now.
Carlos Vasquez.
Back then, this used to say
PS
text to
class
speech
member.
unavailable here.
Online state profile. Button.
Let's look at my profile.
Carlos about. Hello. I'm a competitive fighting game player who happens to be blind. Catch me on https://www.twitch.tv/obsrattlEADNC for yourself. Button. Press cross to select. Trophy rank 1. 22. Overview. Press the down button for more items.
There you go. That's my profile.
Carlos Vasquez's
But you
profile.
can edit that.
Button.
You can actually
Explore.
edit it. So
Home for Carlos Vasquez.
here we go.
Button.
So now we are
Press
back.
Mortal Kombat.
I want to see
Explore.
something again.
Official news. To move, press the up, down.
Still not
left,
showing
and
the
right
broadcast.
buttons.
You actually used to
move
show the
different
broadcast at the
sections,
very
press the up
bottom
and down buttons.
on this section, on the
Official
explore
news from
section.
PlayStation. Official news.
But it's
official
not showing
news
it
from
right now for some reason.
Explore.
But it usually
Home
does.
for PlayStation Store.
Okay.
Home for Carlos Vasquez.
So the last
Button.
things I want to
Press
discuss
cross to select.
are two things in one.
Explore. Mortal Kombat 11.
Let's talk
Home for
about
Carlos Vasquez.
a game.
Button.
Actually, three things. One of the major things while this thing is while the game is loading, one of the things that
Mortal Kombat
we
11.
came across on PlayStation 4, and it's a very simple task but very important. If I wanted to invite a player, every time I click on the game and then the setting that the game has, and you click on invite, once you click on that, we will get the dreaded message that said text to speech unavailable here.
Conquer.
However, on PS5, now
Fight.
this is something that's not new to the Xbox side,
Turn online.
because Xbox has been wonderful about this. Now, so of course I play MK11, I stream it, and we play online sets with viewers.
Ranked set.
So now, instead of me having to ask the chat to help me, all I gotta
Combat
do
League. Casual. Private 1 versus 1.
this, select private 1 versus 1.
Invite to game. To move, press the up, down, left, and right buttons. You can select players and parties here.
Voila!
You can select
This
32 more
right
players.
here is
You can select
what
5
I've
more
been
parties.
asking for the longest.
Press the down button for more items. L1 button or R1 button. Switch tabs.
So thank you, Sony, for doing this. Makes things easier, more manageable, and more accessible, and more independent. So now I'm able to invite players. Right now, so there's three sections. When you land, it first lands on party. So if you want to invite somebody to a party before you send them an invite for the game, you can do that here too. Or if you go to the right,
Friends. 9 friends online. Press the down
which
button
is
for
you
more
can
items.
invite your friends.
L1 button or R1 button. Switch tabs. Game owners. None of your friends have the game you're currently playing. Press the down button for more items. L1 button or R1 button, switch tabs.
So it's telling me that, yeah, people are not currently playing the game that I'm playing right now. But right here on friends,
9
you
friends
can go,
online.
you click
Press
on
the down
somebody
button for more
and
items.
press
L1 button or R1 button,
invite.
switch tabs.
And it'll invite into the game session. Before, this area used to say text-to-speech unavailable here, and it was, you know, very, very disappointing, but that's no longer the case. So that is wonderful, wonderful news. Now, the second to last thing I'm going to discuss is broadcasting. So if I want to... Okay, let's
To move, no. Yes.
cancel that.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Let's say I want to broadcast my gameplay session, right? I know a lot of newcomers may want to start streaming their games, or I know a lot of, especially if you don't have the assistance, it's really difficult to stream using a capture card, because there are not many I guess ways of setting it up unless you have somebody that can help you out. The software is accessible, but when it comes to like you doing your overlays, your screens and all that, it can be a little challenging. But here you could just set it up, and the PlayStation will take care of that for you and can stream. So I know a lot of blind players that stream through the PS4. There's a few actually on my channel that come by that stream. So this is gonna be good news for you guys. So basically, if I want to stream this game, first of all, remember how we talked about how to link your accounts? Once you link your account and it's good to go, the first time you load it, it's still gonna tell you, hey, it's gonna go over the resolution and everything, and then right before you go live, it's gonna ask you to name the title of the stream. Now in my case, because I already took all the steps, when I click on broadcast, this is what pops up.
Control Center for Carlos Vasquez. The time is now 1:04 p.m. Cards. Bronze Trophy. Deadly Encounter. Perform 15 controls.
We are on the
Profile.
control center, and
10
I
of
will
11.
show
Your
this
status is
the
set to
broadcast
online.
section thing,
Button.
and we'll
Press
finish
cross to
off
select.
with discussing the
To
control
navigate
center to
controls,
finish the
use
whole video.
left
But
button
right
and
now,
right button and press the cross button to
I'm
select.
gonna show you
Controls.
the broadcast.
Controls. Home. Controls. Notification. Controls. Controls. Broadcast.
Broadcast.
5 of 11.
Okay.
Broadcast selected. Loading. Go live. Button. Press cross to select.
So I already linked my account. I already did all the things that I need to do in the initial setting, and it's accessible, by the way. It's gonna read it to you. It's gonna guide you through the steps. So in this case, I'm not gonna go live, but I'm gonna go down and see what the title is right now, because I did a test stream a few days ago, and this is what I put.
Just a test stream. Input field. Press the cross button to select.
So here you can press the
On-screen keyboard. Just a test stream.
screen keyboard,
G.
and you can delete that and just rewrite the name of your stream. Whatever you want, based on the game. Once you're done,
Close keyboard.
you close it, or
Twitch
you're
rattle head
done,
selected. Go live.
and you
Button.
click go live.
Press cross to select.
And that's it. It's gonna stream. Now if you have a camera, of course, it's gonna ask you which way you want the camera, like in a corner or whatever. That's if you have a PlayStation camera. I don't, because I use a capture card to stream. So that's how, my setup is way different. Like the way I stream, I have my gaming PC to stream, and it's how I'm recording the video right now. It's how I stream. So excellent. Okay, now
Controls. Broadcast. 5 of 11. Button. Press cross to select.
that is
To
one
navigate the
thing
controls, use
that
the left
is
button and right.
over
Controls.
the Xbox
Mortal Kombat 11.
Private practice.
Series
Private 1 versus
the Series X or the Xbox
AI
overall.
local. Turn, fight, conquer, learn.
I'm gonna go
practice.
here to practice, because I want to show you guys another thing. Oh my god, the loading screens are amazing. That was pretty fast. Of course, I'm gonna use
Sub-Zero,
this character.
the Joker.
So another thing, yeah, so I was saying that that's one thing that a PlayStation has over Xbox, is that you can broadcast through your console directly, whereas in Xbox, people have to literally memorize how many times you go up or down, because Twitch no longer speaks there at all. Okay, so with another thing I want to talk about is capturing now. You know how you see a lot of people share, like, PlayStation 4 used to be able to like capture a moment and then share it. The Xbox already has that too, and it does a wonderful job. You make a clip, if you want to edit it, or if you want to just share it the way it is, then you click share. If you already link your account, you just press post or share, and it'll post it on your social media for you. Xbox is accessible. Now with PlayStation 5 though, that's also a new thing that we can do. So let's say I'm playing, I'm over here doing my thing. Right now I'm in practice mode or whatever, right? Doing this and this and that, whatever. Whatever. I'm out here like practicing, or like if I did like a nice, thing that I wanted to capture, right? Or whatever. Let's see, I want to capture this. Let's see. Oh, I can't even do it here. I can't even do the combo. Anyway, so let's say I want to capture that. So I pressed the share button on the controller. So if you have basically the DualSense, it's almost the same layout as the DualShock. All the buttons are the same. There's even the touchscreen in the middle. So you have your what they used to call the share button, which is on the left side at the top, like right next to the right slightly above of the D-pad. But now they call it the create button. If you tap once, it'll take a screenshot. If you tap twice in a fast succession, it'll actually it'll take a clip of the last 30 seconds of the gameplay. And if you tap 3 times, it actually starts recording like like a full session. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's just how I tested it out. But if there's any corrections, please feel free to blow me up in the comment section. So yeah, that's another thing. But that's not all. That's okay. That's cool, right? But so check this out. Now I'm gonna close the game because that was really bad gameplay anyway. But I wanted to capture something. So let's say I'm going to go to the home.
Mortal Kombat 11. Home for Carlos Vasquez. Marvel Spider-Man. Mortal Kombat 11.
I want to go to
Marvel Media Gallery. The Last of Us.
Media Gallery. This is where
Media
your captures
Gallery.
get stored.
Sort by date. All. Press the down button for more items.
So now you can go here.
029. Button.
And there's
Press
your
cross to
capture.
Select.
Now, if I'm gonna click on it, it's gonna play it back. But of course, the the screen reader is gonna be talking over it, and it's gonna audio duck it. Which again, that's something that's I wish you could turn that off. So I'm gonna click on it.
Play. Loading. Player controls. To move, press the up and down buttons. Pause. Button. Press cross to select. To skip forward, press the right button. To skip backward, press the left button.
So see, it's playing the gameplay, which it's really bad. I'm dropping that combo in there. It recorded this clip, right? It's playing this clip. But
the video is over.
Now look at this.
Share. Button.
You can share it
Press
now.
cross to select. Player controls. To move, press share. Button. Share selected. Social. Parties. YouTube. Not linked.
So my
Button.
YouTube is not linked, obviously, and I'm not
cross to
gonna
select.
share this little 30-second clip on YouTube. But
Twitter. Button. Press cross to select.
it's linked. My Twitter is linked, so that's why it doesn't even say it. Like it's already there. So I can click here and share it.
Create party. Button. Your underscore sins.
I could send this to a
Favorite
party.
Combat underscore chemist.
I can share it to.
underscore MK.
I could
Firestorm
send this
FCC.
clip to
Your
one of these
underscore
guys,
sins. Create
one of my
party.
friends.
Twitter. Button.
So if I click on
Press
Twitter,
share select post. Button.
I'm not gonna post
Press
this,
cross to
but
select.
it says post, right? But you can go.
One video clip. Post. PS5 share. Mortal Kombat 11. Input field. Press the cross button to select.
And you can add more to that section, because that way it'll you can add whatever you want, like if you want to tag it, or if you want to like add like a clip, hype moment or something, you can do that here. And you press
On screen
cross or
keyboard,
X,
PS5 share. Mortal Kombat 11.
and you can move the cursor to because right now it puts you at the end of that of those hashtags.
T.
So what I do is I go to
O P number sign Q W Q 1 @ 0 9 done. Cursor left. Cursor right.
I go cursor left.
1 1 A M K L T R M number space E A S 5 S field start.
Now I'm at the beginning of the edit field, and I can start typing. And basically, once you complete that, it's gonna take you it's gonna have those hashtags at the end of your post, of your text that you entered, and that's how you do it. So I'm gonna
Close
cancel that
keyboard.
because I'm not gonna post
YouTube.
this.
Loading. Share.
Matter of fact, I can delete it. I'm gonna press the options button or the start button on the controller.
Media gallery. To move, press 0 all 0.
I gotta highlight it
29.
like this at the
Button. Press
at the
cross to
beginning.
select. To move, press the up and down button.
This is where you have all the
Share.
options. If you press
Button.
the
cross to
options
select.
button, you have share,
Add to favorites.
add to favorites,
Edit.
edit,
Delete.
delete,
Copy to USB
copy to USB
information.
drive.
Select multiple items. Button. Press cross to
They
select.
have all these options, but
Copy
I'm going to
delete. Delete
delete.
video clip. Deleting this video clip will permanently remove it from your media gallery. Delete. Button. Media gallery. Capture great moments.
I
Press
have
the
nothing
delete
here
button
now.
anytime
I always
you want to
delete
take
every
screenshots
time I
or
clip
record
something
video.
and I don't need it anymore. I just
Cool.
take it out because it
Press
takes
the down button
space.
for more items. Media gallery. Home for Carlos Vasquez.
There we go.
Button.
Now,
Press
the
cross to
last thing
select.
I'm gonna be talking about.
Field
This
11.
video is super
L1
long
button,
now.
R1 button switch homes. Options button options. For more
Is
content, press the down button.
the what they call it, the quick menu, which well, back then they called it a quick menu. Now they call it the control center. When you I don't know if you guys noticed when I was browsing to get to it, there is this minor issue that it does have. It's like a nitpicking thing again, where every time I browse, it's gonna say controls after before it tells me what the item is. So I'm hoping that maybe in the future update they can just remove that and it just like browses like everything else. I'm just browsing to get to what I need to and it just reads exactly what that is. But again, it's just a minor thing. I just have to like wait until like I hear that. So, and again, the quick menu or the control center is the same as before, except now instead of you browsing up and down like on PlayStation 4, you browse from left to right, and you can customize the options that you want in there. Like for example, if I go here,
Control.
well, first of all,
Media gallery.
it's different.
Home for Carlos
To get
Vasquez.
to the quick
Button.
menu or the
Press
control
cross to
center as they
select.
call it,
3 of 11.
it's
L1
backwards
button,
than on the
R1 button, switch
PS4.
homes.
On the PS4,
Options
you
button,
actually used
options.
to hold the
For more
PlayStation
content,
button
press the down
slightly,
button.
and then the quick menu will pop up. And then if you want to go to the home, like your main dashboard, you just press the without holding the PlayStation button, just press it and it'll go to your PlayStation home. Here is the opposite. I have to hold the PlayStation button and it's gonna take me to the control center. No, to the home. I'm sorry. So let's backtrack. If I hold the PlayStation button, it's gonna take me to my main dashboard, which is where I am right now. But if I just press the PlayStation button, just press it and let it go immediately, it'll take me to the control center. So I'm doing that right now.
Control center for Carlos Vasquez. The time is now 1:15 p.m. Car controls. Game base. 4 of 11. See what your friends
So,
are up to and join voice chats.
There
and
is
play
this
games with them
thing
in
that
parties. There are
it
updates
looks
for
like
cards.
it says
Bronze
cards.
Deadly encounter. Perform 15 different fatalities.
Basically goes
Rare.
over like whatever like
Press cross to select.
I guess
To navigate
progress that
cards, press the left
you
and
can
right
make in
button.
this game.
To select,
Since I
press the
chose
cross button.
MK11,
To access the controls, cards. Bronze trophy.
it's telling me all of my
Bronze
trophies
gold.
that I can get in the game right now
Cards.
in MK11, since I still
Bronze
have it
trophy.
open in the background.
Cards. Bronze trophy.
But then if you want to
Cards.
get out of that,
Bronze
you just
trophy.
go down,
Controls.
and now
Game
you're in your
base.
control
4
section.
of 11. See what your friends are up to and join voice chats and play games with them in parties. There are updates for your parties. 11 of your friends are online. Button. Press cross to select.
So yeah,
to
so
navigate. Controls.
so these are
Game base. 4 of 11.
your
Notifications.
these are the options that I
Three of
have on
11.
mine: vacations, game base,
Controls.
um,
Broadcast.
broadcast, of course, if
Controls.
I want to broadcast.
Accessibility.
I just have it in there.
Accessibility.
Accessibility, of course, if I want to change
Button.
any type of settings that I
Press
want.
cross. Controls. Sound. 7
You know,
of
this
11.
is your sound if you want to
Button.
change your like
Press cross to
like
select.
output settings,
Controls.
your mic settings,
Controls. Accessories.
your controllers,
Controls. Profile.
your profile,
Controls.
and of course you have
Power.
and of
Controls.
course you have
Home.
home. And
One
one
of
of the
11.
new features that the
Button.
PlayStation 5
Press
has is
cross
this
to
one.
Controls. Switcher. 2 of 11.
This allows you to switch
Button.
from game to game
Press cross
if
to
you have
select.
like the digital
navigate the
copies
controls,
installed.
use
Like
the left button and
obviously
right button
me,
and press the cross button to select.
I have
You
discs.
can
I'm a
customize your controls with
disc-based
the options
player,
button.
so I would literally have to like take the disc out to switch games. So that's the only downside of still using discs. But I mean, I like my physical copies. That's just me. So this is it. But you can customize this thing. You can put whatever options you want. If you press
Customize your control center.
the
You
start
can
button,
Customize your control center.
you can customize
Select
your control
which
center.
controls you want to access quickly. Game base.
See?
Selected. Button. Music. Not selected.
I don't need that.
Broadcast. Selected. Accessibility. Selected.
Of course.
Network. Not selected.
I don't need that.
Sound. Selected.
Yeah, I might
Button.
need that.
Mic.
I might need that too.
Selected.
So I have that.
Button.
You know,
Press
so these
cross
are
to
just
select.
options that you can customize your again, it's your quick menu or your control center as they call it here. So, yep, that's pretty much it, guys. This video took
Controls.
forever,
Switcher.
but I wanted to
2 of
make sure
11.
I addressed
Button.
everything
Press cross
that
to select.
is available on the
To navigate
PlayStation
the
5,
controls, use the
you know,
left
as
button
much
and
as I
right button
could.
and press the cross button to select.
I really hope
You
that
can
somebody
customize your
finds this
controls with the
useful,
options, but
and if
cards.
there's any information that I
Full games
missed,
home.
please
Button.
feel
Media
free
gallery.
to correct me in the comment section.
Mortal Kombat Marvel
Um,
Spider-Man Mortal Kombat 11. To move. Closing this game or app.
Turning off the game.
Mortal Kombat 11. Home for Carlos Vasquez. Button.
Yeah, so I was
Press
saying,
cost, media, PlayStation
please
Store.
do not hesitate
Home for Carlos
to
Vasquez.
mention
Button.
anything that I might have missed in the
Press
comment
cross to
section.
select. 1 of 11.
This is just,
L1
again, my
button or L1 button
contribution
switch
to
phones.
the massive
Options button options. For more
resource-based
content, press the down button.
videos that are available out there from other community members who are, you know, in the realm of accessibility. This is just me showing you guys how exciting it is that finally Sony has included accessibility features. You know, this past year was a major milestone in accessibility with The Last of Us Part 2, and you know, a few games, you know, slowly adding accessibility features to their games. You know, realistically, they're still pretty limited, but the hope is that they continue the trend and that The Last of Us Part 2 set the bar as to what you can do if you really work with people, you know, who want to play your games. In this case, of course, you know, focusing on those who are blind or visually impaired. I know it's a very difficult task to deal with if you don't know how to work with individuals like that. So my suggestion will be to just please contact us. I am also available if people want to know more about how we play these games, like how we play games and how we access them and how we go about them. This is why this channel is is to, you know, to spread awareness and to basically merge, you know, non-disabled and disabled gamers, like, you know. And I think I will be acknowledging in this video as well that I know I'm missing a portion, especially with, you know, closed captioning, subtitles and stuff like that. So there is a branch of potential, you know, audience members that I'm not tackling on, but hopefully in the near future we can fix that, make things even more accessible, because otherwise it's still half accessible, like the way I'm running this channel, from someone who's blind or visually impaired. But that's it, guys. That is my thoughts on the PlayStation 5. I really hope that, again, you guys find it like useful, and that hopefully you can spread the word out there. Be sure to you know, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have, you know, come across this video on accident or you were referred to it, or, you know, and also hit the notification bell so you can stay, you know, up to date whenever I upload like actual gaming videos. So that's it, guys. With that said, thank you so much for watching this raw video of the PlayStation 5 accessibility features. There is probably some stuff I didn't go over, like some tips or recommendations or some settings that you might want to look up for when you set up your PlayStation, such as, for example, with trophies. The system generates like automatic videos that, you know, if you want to save space, you might want to turn that off, or always keep track of them. If a new video pops up on the media gallery and you want to, you know, delete it if you don't need it anymore to save space. Of course, there's also the issue with like external hard drives, and of course there's another major issue that I didn't get a chance to go over this because this is an accessibility feature, but it has to do with audio and how to access 3D audio, because this console has what we call 3D audio, which again I didn't touch on, mainly because, again, there's still, you have to basically spend an arm and a leg to get like the full experience of 3D audio that is available in this game. And I guess, you know, before I go, I want to show you guys on the sound settings real quick,
Search. Settings.
just so the video can feel more complete. If you
Network.
go to audio,
Music, family and system, storage, sound, screen and vid, sound,
or sound,
microphone, audio output, button.
you have your input.
Microphone, volume, button.
Your
Microphone.
controller also has
Button.
has a mic,
Press cross to select.
and it also has you know, the ability to like show like the voice of the players come through the controller. But right now there's this thing where when you plug in maybe like a cheap headset or like some earbuds or whatever, the voice will pop up on the TV, and only the game sound will come up on the audio. And there's no way to change that, or maybe I'm missing something, but that's an issue. And then of course certain products don't have full access to the 3D audio yet, except if you buy a headset or another mixer that's available out there. But anyway, here are the options.
Audio output. Button. Volume. Button. Press cross to select.
So this is for your input,
Microphone.
right?
Settings. Screen and video. Sound. Button. Sound. Microphone. Audio output. Button.
This is the
Press
output.
Output device. Switch output device automatically. Off.
I have that
Button.
off for now.
HDMI device type. AV amplifier. Number of channels.
So this is the output. And the
5.1
output,
channel.
once you come across
Disabled. Adjust speed. Headphones.
headphones,
Output to headphones. All audio. Disabled. Unselectable button.
so if you have a headset that supports 3D audio, this is where you will set that up. Because right below it, listen to this.
Enable 3D audio. On.
Of course it's on, but it's
Disabled.
disabled because I don't have a
Unselectable
supported
button.
headset. Like my
Enhance
setup
the
doesn't
audio
allow
through
me to
your
do that right
headphones
now.
by- Adjust 3D audio profile.
It can adjust your
Disabled.
profile.
General. Home screen music. On. Button.
You can turn
Press
off
cross to
the
select.
music. But yeah,
Sound effects. On.
I keep that on.
Audio format. Priority. Linear PCM.
Of
Button.
course your audio format,
Press-
but the main thing is
Enable
3D
output
audio.
to headphone. AV amplifier.
So,
headphones. Audio output.
Once, hopefully there's
Button.
maybe like an
Press cross to
update
select.
that would allow us to use it, so we don't have to go through all these loopholes or like spending so much money for that. Then but just be aware that this is a feature, 3D audio, and I can't wait to try it out. Again, guys, sorry for making this video even longer. I just wanted to showcase everything. I'm excited that we are now on the next generation of consoles. I want to always, as usual, thank everybody who supports the channel. We'll be getting more involved in the accessibility aspect of things now, as much as I can. And I just wanted to get my opinion as well as my thoughts and just some feedback and an overview. But again, thank you guys for watching the video all the way to the end. Appreciate it. Like I mentioned before, I know I said it already, just want to make sure, be sure to check out my Twitch channel where I stream these games, and of course I upload like either highlights or maybe like the whole session or whatever into my channel. So make sure to hit that if you hit like on this video, I appreciate it. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. With that said, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. This is Rattlehead signing out.